So welcome to Step 14. In this module, we're going to talk about the fun part of Mob, which is all the perks and all the rewards that you can get when you get sales. So I'm going to share with you how to get big checks, how to get invited to the cruise, how to win gold watches, and all kinds of amazing things, including how to get your own car that Mob pays for. And just a reminder, less than 25% of people ever get this far. So if we had 4 people in a room, you would be the top person as far as getting through this training. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. Number 1, I'm going to share with you how to drive the car of your dreams and let Mob make the payments. What it takes to put a Mob Gold Rolex on your wrist, how to get on the annual Mob Leaders Cruise, the different earning levels and the corresponding Mob rings that you can get, and the many other ways that Mob rewards its consultant partners. So just so you know, ever since we started Mob, one of our main sources of business has been from consultant partners just like you. In fact, today, over 45% of all of our revenue comes from Mob consultants just like you, and thousands of them out there around the world. So our consultants are incredibly important to us. Without them, we wouldn't be anywhere near the size we are today. So that's why we just go above and beyond in rewarding our consultant partners. I like to just give all kinds of perks to motivate you to do well and to really just help you celebrate your success. And considering that there's over 3.4 billion people on the internet, right now we are just a drop in the ocean. There's still enormous potential out there, and we want to just help to motivate you to help us and take all of our products or services and get a lot more clients. Now, to help us reach as many of those 3.4 billion people as possible, we need active consultants who are trained in how to promote our programs effectively, and we also need them motivated to go and produce results. And that's why Mob has one of the most generous rewards programs in the industry for its top producing consultants. So the first one that I want to tell you about is also our most popular one, and it's called the Mob Motors program. And with this program, if you make enough sales every month, we will actually pay the lease payments on a car of your choice. And you can literally choose any car you want. In fact, we've even had consultant partners who didn't want a car and they wanted to go and get a boat. So as long as it has a motor in it and it requires someone to actually sit in it and drive it, you can actually earn it through our Mob Motors program. We've had people want to get Harley Davidsons before. We even had a diamond consultant want to get a small plane. So what I want to do now is I want to share with you a video which explains what the Mob Motors program is all about. Let's have a look.
Hey guys, Matt Lloyd here. I've got a quick question for you. If you could have any car in the world, which car would you choose? What would be the car of your dreams? Now, you might have told yourself that that car was just a dream and you would never be able to own it, but what if there was a way? What if there was a way where someone else would actually pay for that car and you would just get to drive it around? Well, there actually is a way. So Mob is launching a brand new incentive program for its affiliate partners where if you get enough sales each month, you can actually qualify for a car. So how does it all work? Well, if you're a Mob affiliate partner, all you need to do is go and promote our products, services, live events, and every time you get a sale, you will actually earn points. So once you get enough points, you will then qualify for the car, and then all you have to do is go down to your local dealership, just like I'm here at one right now, choose the car of your dreams, pick it up, and then Mob will actually pay the monthly payments for you. So chances are you've been involved in marketing or some form of business now for several months, possibly years. You put in a lot of work, and now it's time for you to reward yourself. You've always wanted a particular car, so why not get that car? With the Mob affiliate program, you can do just that. Now, if you're not yet a Mob affiliate partner, then look somewhere below this video for details on how you can get started. So let's go and have a look at some of the different cars that you might get. This is a Porsche 911 Turbo. Let's go and see how she handles. This Porsche is also a convertible, so let's take the top down. I've always wanted to actually drive one of these. Never been in one before. They handle really well. It's a smaller car, definitely for those of you who you're either single or you just have no kids. Probably not well suited for those of you with kids, but you know, if you're looking for a nice little sporty car, can't go past a Porsche. Another car you might consider is the Ferrari California. Let's go and take it for a drive. Awesome car, awesome ride. If you're looking for something a little bit bigger, this might be right up your alley. This is a Cadillac Escalade. Let's go for a drive. I'd always heard about these, never been in one before. Really nice car, big car. If you got a family, this would be perfect for you. You can put about 5 kids back there, so you might also check out one of these too. So another car that you can get is the BMW i8. Now, apparently they only made 80 of these. And if you want to get one of these, they're somewhere around 250,000 US. Let's go and take it for a spin. If you can't hear it, the reason this is actually part electric. Never been in one of these. I think I like it. The other option is you can go for something a little bit more conservative like a BMW M3. This is a lot more conservative than some of the other cars we've looked at, but you know, if you're looking for something a little bit more modest, this is a great fit. Or maybe you prefer something like this, a Nissan GT-R Track Edition. This is one of the fastest cars in production today. We're about to take this to a long straight and see what it can do. Whoa, that's quick. That's very quick. So this is a Rolls-Royce Phantom. I've always wanted to drive one of these. Come check this out. Let's come close. One of my favorite things about it, pure luxury. Just have a look in there. The wood grain, every little detail. You feel wealthy sitting in this car. Another thing I like is how the back door is open too. Check that out. Imagine that, someone driving you around in a car like this.
Now personally, my favorite is the SLS AMG, the one I'm sitting in now. And the favorite thing I like about it is actually the doors. I just think it looks cool. So as you can see, this very, very sporty. It's got a huge bonnet, huge engine in there, 6.3 litres, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds. Goes very, very fast.
Now keep in mind, I've just shown you a few of the choices that you can make, but your options here are wide open. Choose any car you want. As long as you have enough points each month, you can get that car. And just so you know, it doesn't matter where in the world you live. If you're in Moab and you're a Moab affiliate partner and you've got enough sales each month, you too can qualify for the car. Let me actually introduce you to a few of our Moab affiliate partners who've got their free car.
There's John Chow from California. He got started with us in late 2012. In his first 2 years, he crossed $1 million in commissions. And then there's David Jilks from my side of the world. David actually comes from Perth, Australia. In fact, when David had earned his free car, I actually called him up personally and I told him we should go down to the local Mercedes dealership. I knew he wanted a Mercedes, and we went down there together. We took a photo of the car that he wanted. 2 weeks later, he was driving that car. And then there's Rob Paris from Sweden. He'd never done affiliate marketing before Mob. He came on board and in his first year, he'd got the car. We also have partners from places like Chile. For example, we have Carolina Mian, a young lady who, before Mob, had never done really well with affiliate marketing. She came on board and in her first 3 years, she's crossed over $300,000 in commissions. She's also got a very nice brand new Mercedes-Benz. And then there's Mike Lee from the UK. When Mike received his free car with the Mob Motors program, he actually didn't need it. He already had a car, so he decided to give his free car to his wife instead. And then there's Bill and Michelle Pesco-Zolito from Texas. In their first year in Mob, they made several $100,000 in commissions, and when they got the free car with the Mob Motors program, they decided to get a brand new Mercedes-Benz. We also have Junjun Lee, a guy in his young 20s, originally from China, now living in New York. Mo was his first successful online marketing business. He'd never done internet marketing before Mob. He came on board. He's already generated several $100,000 in his first couple of years, and he's just doing better and better. I could show you many more. For example, Dagan Smith from Washington, Robbie Gonzalez, also from America, and Clinton Lewis from Las Vegas.
So as you can see, there's a whole lot of different people around the world who've earned their free car, and now it's your turn. All you have to do is go and make sales in Mob. Just promote our products, services, live events, earn those points, and you'll get your car. And I really look forward to giving you the keys of that car and helping you make your dream a reality. We'll speak soon.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're excited about getting the car of your dreams. So here's how it actually works. To earn the points, all you need to do is go and make sales. Every $1,000 in commissions that you earn as a Mob consultant equals 1 Mob Motors point. Now, to qualify for the first lease level, you need 5 points. So that's $5,000 in commissions. And I don't know if that sounds like a lot to you, but it's really not that much at all. One Diamond Mastermind sale would actually pay you for 2 months worth at this level of lease payments. Now you can see if you start earning bigger numbers, if you can get up to $25,000 per month, which again, is not really that much in the scheme of things. It's a few titanium, platinum, and maybe a Diamond Mastermind sale. Then at that level, you would actually have 25 points, and that would qualify you for a $3,000 per month lease. And with that amount of money, you can get a really, really nice car. One of my favorite cars that I've seen so far has been a Ferrari. One of our Diamond consultants actually qualified, and they chose, and because they were earning at a fairly high level, they went and got a white Ferrari. Now you might be wondering, well, how many people have qualified for the Mob Motors program? We've had a lot of people in countries all around the world. What I would like you to do right now is I want you to pause this video and go to mobmotors.com. And on that page, you can actually see lots of different videos of different consultants around the world, and you can see what car they chose to get. Now, in addition to the Mob Motors program, one of the other perks that we have is at each different earning level, we actually buy you a ring. Now, it's a very special ring, and there's different types of the ring depending on what earning level you're at. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to take you to a segment that I did at a previous Supercharged Summit in Las Vegas, and I'm going to share with you in that segment all the different rings that we have on offer and what's required to actually get one. Okay, the next big innovations that we're doing. Our rewards program. So we have the 6-figure club. This is where once you cross your first $100,000, you actually get the ring. Now, I don't have it here, but I actually just decided on this in the last few days. We're going to introduce a brand new club. And it's going to be called the 5-figure club. Okay? So to get into the 5-figure club, you just need to cross $10,000. Easy to do. That's like one all-in sale. And then you too will get a ring. Now it's going to be a slightly scaled down ring. It won't be as fancy as the more expensive rings. But you'll still get a ring. Okay? So, and when you do get your ring, we're going to bring you up here on stage. We're going to celebrate you. We're going to recognize you. You'll be able to use that in your marketing. So make it a goal to get to your first $10,000 in commissions. Now, when you do cross 6 figures, when you do get to your first $100,000, these are the new rings. New rings. I think you're going to like this. So you cross $100,000. You're now in the six-figure club. And your ring, this is what it's made out of. It's made out of 10-carat white gold. It's got real diamonds, not those fake cubic zirconia diamonds, the real thing, okay? The real thing, the real diamonds. And it's got a blue sapphire center stone. So you're going to get that at $100,000. Now in the past, you would get a ring at $100,000 and then you would have to wait until you got to $1 million to get the next one, to get your next level of recognition. That's going to change. Now you cross the first 100,000 and then when you get to 250,000, you get another ring. Okay, now this one is emerald. Emerald six-figure club ring. This is no longer 10-carat white gold. This one is 14-carat white gold. More valuable. And the emerald, the green emerald inside it is more valuable than the sapphire. From there, you go to the ruby six-figure club ring. Now, I know for the guys, I know it looks a little bit feminine, but in real person, believe me, it looks more masculine. Now, this one is 16-carat white gold, so you notice they get more and more valuable. This ring by itself is worth almost $5,000. You cross 750,000, and now you go to an 18-carat white gold. So again, it becomes more and more valuable. This one has a clear diamond in the middle. It's worth $5,500. Has your name engraved on it, all of that. By this stage, you've got 4 rings. Right, soon you're going to be wearing these rings in both hands. Okay, like a rapper or something. Right. What I recommend you do is you only wear one. You wear the highest level. You keep the others at home or you give it to your wife or your husband. But I personally, you won't see me showing up with 10 rings on. I'll just wear one. Mine right now is getting melted down into the new design. That's why I'm not wearing mine. Yes? They will have the new logo. Absolutely, yeah. They're about to be made right now. Now you cross $1 million. Now you're in the 7-figure club. And at the 7-figure club, suddenly, we don't mess around with white gold anymore. We go to the platinum. Platinum, more valuable than gold. Okay, it's a heavy, dense metal, incredibly valuable, very expensive, platinum. But this ring is made out of solid platinum, and it has a black diamond in the middle. Now, black diamond, these are quite rare. This ring itself, mainly because of that black diamond, it's worth $10,500. Okay, and these are not easy to get. You've got to cross $1 million. You've got to make it into the 7-figure club. But from there, you keep on promoting. And once you cross 2.5 million, then we go to this one. This one is also platinum, and this is a yellow diamond. Now, yellow diamonds, natural yellow diamonds, not the fake ones, these are incredibly rare. Okay, they're very hard to find. They're also incredibly expensive. This ring is worth $13,500. Now, from there, once you cross 5 million, then you're going to go to an aqua blue diamond 7-figure club ring. These almost don't exist. Aqua blue diamonds are very, very hard to find. And these will be high quality diamonds too. This one's worth $16,500, just the ring itself. Now from there, we go to 7.5 million. And what do you think comes next? I couldn't find a more valuable diamond, so we actually had to change the stone to something even rarer than diamonds. And that's called alexandrite. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of this stone. It's so rare you probably haven't even heard of it. But this stone, natural alexandrite, its properties are so unique that you'll be looking at it and its color will change right before your very eyes. It's one of the most rarest gemstones that occurs in nature. Okay, again, it's a natural occurring gemstone, extremely rare, only found in some parts of the world, very hard to mine. This ring is worth over $20,000. Okay, so 7.5 million. So right now, there's only one person who's getting this ring, and who's that? Darren Selkout. Okay, so Darren will get one soon. So the good thing about getting a ring is it's a symbol of recognition. When you show up to a live event or a mode mastermind, people will notice the ring, they will see it, they're going to ask you about it. and it's just a really good thing to aim for. I told you the story in a previous step about how when I started out in this industry, I was with another company and the founder was wearing one of these rings and he let me try it on. So I took a picture of it on my hand and I carried that around on my iPhone for about almost a year. And I would look at that several times a day and it kept me focused. So you can do the same thing with the rings that we offer here at Moab. What I'd like to do is I want to show you a few segments where we've actually given out these rings on stage at our live event so you can see what it's going to be like when you get your ring.
About 2 years ago, I had the idea of, well, it actually wasn't my idea. So here's the thing, you all know the story. I started with a company and they had a ring and I really desperately wanted that ring. So when I started Moab, I thought, why not have a ring of our own? A ring that you could aspire to, and once you achieve the target of $100,000 or $1 million, you would get one of these rings. And by the way, we just added that in too. Once you make your first $100,000 in Moab, you actually get a ring. Now, the reason why this is so important is, for someone to actually really get focused about their business and to put in the work and to go and generate $100,000 in commissions, that takes a lot of effort. That takes a lot of commitment. And anyone who crosses that target deserves our recognition and our applause. Now, we actually have a few people in this room who have crossed that target. Company-wide, we've got a lot of people who've crossed that target, but in this room, who actually made the effort to get here to the Bahamas, we have a few of them. And what I want to do in this next segment, I want to bring them up here on stage and I want to recognize these people. These people are really leading the company as far as partners go. These are the people that you should learn from, you should model, because what they're doing is working. Okay, so what I would like to do is recognize them each one by one. If I call out your name and you're one of the people, I'd like you to come up here on stage. And I actually have a whole bunch of rings, actually 10 rings, and I would like to present you with your ring. And I would like everyone to really applaud these people because, again, they've really put in the work to get to where they are. So, the first person that I would like to actually bring up here and recognize for the 100K Club, again, you do $100,000 in commissions, and you get this new ring, which is made out of silver and diamonds, and a very special diamond in the middle, a rare type of diamond that represents wealth. The very first person I would like to bring up is Brian Price. Brian. There you go. All right. So Brian, I actually met Brian in 2011. Brian was actually one of my first Moab license rights members. And Brian actually had the first big result in Moab. He made an MLR sale and he made some other sale, and in a 1 week period, he generated $1,100. Now, back then, that was enormous. No one had ever done that before. So Brian's testimonial, he was on my affiliate sign-up page for about 2 years after that. But Brian was one of the first. He's now on the corporate team. Just so you know, in several weeks, he will be the general manager of Moab as well. All right. So thank you, Brian. All right, stay up here. Stay up here. I want you all up here. The next person that I would like to bring up for the next 100K ring, this guy really came out of nowhere, and until this morning, I had actually never met him, but I recognized the name because this is one of the things I do is I'm always looking at the sales in Moab, and I'm always looking at who's making sales, and I started seeing this guy's name pop up over and over. MLR, just several a day on some days. And I met him for the first time this morning. This guy's really making it happen. Zach Crawford, please come up here on stage. $200,000 in commissions. Well done, great. Thank you. There you go. All right. So, who we got next? Okay. Yeah, it's there. And you've got to wear it too, okay? You got to wear it all the time. Never take it off. The next person that I would like to bring up. Now, this guy actually came on board in Moab about 18 months ago. And I actually spoke to him on the phone, and he took a little bit of convincing to come to titanium and platinum. He was a stubborn MLR at first. He made over 50 MLRs as an MLR before going to titanium and platinum. But this guy came out of nowhere. In his first month, he was generating something like 50 MLRs. I forget the exact number, but he came out of nowhere, and he won an affiliate contest where I was offering, I believe the amount was around $15,000. Might have even been $20,000. And he didn't really know if it was real until I wired him the money. Then he knew it was very real. But I've been very impressed by him. He's recently crossed over $250,000. Please welcome to the stage, Terry Lamb. Well done, Terry. Thank you. There you go. All right. So, the next person, and let me just really make sure I've got this right. Is that a quick peek? You didn't see that? No. So the next person is actually a couple, and like I said before, I've been very impressed with how fast they've risen in our community. They had a month where they did over $100,000 in commissions, and they work as a team. If there's any couples in the room, one of your greatest assets is having two people to run the business, because each of the two has their different strengths and their different weaknesses. We all have a different strength and a different weakness. Now, this couple, they work the business together. One of them's very good at traffic. One of them is very good at conversions. Okay, and that is Bill and Michelle Pesco-Solito. Please welcome them to the stage. Now, Michelle is actually going to get to wear the ring. Well done. There you go. Thank you, Bill. Bill's going to get the $1 million ring when they cross that target. Well done, guys. All right, now, who do we have up next? All right, now this lady. You know, a couple of years ago, before we had the phone team, I was actually the phone team. And I used to do all the phone calls. And the way Moab used to work is I had the Inner Circle program, which was $97 per month. And if they brought that, they got a free 30-minute consult with me. And the consult was, I would actually, it was still valuable, but it would actually turn into a pitch for the MLR. Okay, and that's what I started doing at first. So I would offer value, and then I would transitioning into offering the Moab License Rights program. So one day I have this buyer, and she's all the way from Chile, and I had never even heard of Chile. I thought, what is Chile? And I'm talking to her, and she was, I'll be honest with you, when I first spoke to her, I didn't think she was going to do it. But we're talking, I'm explaining the business. She decides to do it. Now, for a couple of weeks, I don't really see much. But then I start noticing sales coming in from this lady, and they're really starting to pick up. And I think, wow, she's actually really promoting this. Shortly after that, she goes titanium and platinum. And then that's when things really started to pick up. Since coming on board, this young lady has done over $250,000 in commissions. She's also got a free Mercedes. So I'd like you to welcome to the stage Carolina Millan from Chile. Well done. There you go. All right, excellent. There's Carolina, by the way. Okay. The next guy that I would like to bring up, this guy is the definition of fast growth. He actually came to the last titanium mastermind in Cabo, he actually came in at the wholesale rate, okay, just to check it out. He wasn't yet a partner. And he came on board, he looked at it and he said, I want to be a part of this. He'd actually made over $1 million in another company in our niche. The guy was at the time 25 years old, okay, younger than me. And he got on board in Mobe. And out of nowhere, he just starts cranking out $100,000 months. Now, he just turned 26, and in the time that he's been on board, he's actually done over $800,000 in commissions. So please welcome all the way from London in the UK, Shakir Hussain. Make sure you wear that ring. Well done, Shakir. All right, now the next guy I want to tell you about, this is why getting to masterminds is just so important. A couple of years ago, I go to this mastermind. It's $4,000. It's in San Diego. And in order to go to this mastermind, you had to be doing decent numbers, okay, in your business. And then you got invited. Now, I had just started doing pretty well in Mobe. And one day this guy reaches out to me and says, you know, you should go to this mastermind. Not everyone can go, but I think you would be able to go. So I thought, oh, okay, you know, I might be able to meet a few people. And I say, how much is it? And he says, well, it's $4,000. And I say, well, what do you get with that? He's like, well, you get to go and hang out on the beach for a day or two and meet some people in the industry. And I doubted whether I should go or not. I decided to go. My first impression was, I see this big tent on the beach. I'm walking up, and I see this guy, and I recognize the face because I'd seen his blog. And I sit down, and he starts telling me immediately how to get your product ranked #1 on ClickBank using some fairly secret methods. And we actually had to sign an NDA, so he was very open about how to do it. So I'm listening to him, and I'm thinking, that's great. A week later, I'm doing a big affiliate contest for Mobe, and I'm offering $10,000 for whoever can get the most sales. And I remembered this guy who I just met a week ago. I didn't really know him at the time, but I send him an email and I say, hey, you know, would you like to make $10,000? I put that out there as bait. Okay, I don't really tell him much more than that. He replies back, yeah, what do I have to do? And I say, well, I'm actually doing this contest. If you promote, you win $10,000. You've got to sell as many of these $10 ebooks as possible. About 4 days later, he wins the contest. Okay, he comes along, picks up his $10,000 in cash. Ever since then, he has just been consistently, month in, month out, cranking out sales. He averages somewhere around $100,000 a month, and it's very passive. This guy is the definition of you know, the whole online lifestyle. He doesn't work that hard, okay? He doesn't work that many hours in a day, but he's able to make very good money and have a really good lifestyle. And I'm very thankful for having him as part of our community. And that person is John Chow. John Chow, please come up here. Now, John actually gets 2 rings because he crossed the $1 million club. He also gets the 100K club. Well done. Well done, Sally. You can have that one. Well done, John. You can have your $1 million ring. Sally likes that. All right. So John's done almost $1.3 million in commissions. And how long's it been? About 2 years? Something like that. So I have one final person that I would like to bring up here, and it's actually not just one person. This is actually a team. Now this team, I was first introduced to these guys late last year. And they had their own system, and they were promoting some other company that that company, you know, wasn't doing that well, but they had a really good system and a really good team. So we start talking, and after several months of going back and forth, they came on board. They've been on board for 10 months. Okay, for 10 months. There's actually 5 of them, and let me tell you about these 5 guys. Here's the team. Okay, the company is called Redshift Digital Marketing. In 10 months, they've done $1.8 million in commissions. Is that big or what? In 10 months. Yeah, definitely. Now this is what is possible when you get a really good team of people working together towards one goal. I mean, $1.8 million in 10 months. They will cross $2 million in their first year. So, you know, if anyone ever questions what's the potential of Mob, well, now you know. Look, we've had people make $2 million, or soon, $2 million in their first 12 months. Okay? Now, like I said, there's 5 guys. There's Darren, there's David, there's 2 Mikes, and there's Jason. And they couldn't all make it this weekend, but one of them is here, and his name is Darren Salkeld. Darren, if you could come up and accept your $1 million ring on behalf of the team, let's come to the stage. Well done. Thank you very much. There you go. 2 rings. Yep. So guys, one final round of applause for all of these leaders. All right. So guys, make a decision that at the next mastermind, you're actually going to be up here getting your ring. Remember what we talked about this morning. Have a goal and create the conditions that lead you towards getting that goal, that make it inevitable. So decide what you want. If you want the 100K ring, if you want the $1 million ring, put a deadline on it and make it your mission to actually be up here at the next event, and I'd love to hand you a ring.
Now, for a long time, the top level with the ring was the 7-figure level, where if you made over $1 million, you would get the platinum ring. And then people started crossing $1 million. So I had to come up with another level. And so I came up with another level of 7-figure ring, which you would get to when you got to $2.5 million. And then people started crossing that level. So I had to go to the next level, which was $5 million. And every time they would cross that barrier, I would have to offer another reward. Now, the truth is, I never thought that anyone would make more than $10 million in commissions as a Mob consultant, because I thought $10 million, that's a lot of money. But it turns out someone actually did get to that level. So I had to introduce a brand new level, which was called the 8-figure level. And once you became an 8-figure earner, in other words, you made the $10 million, here's what you actually would get.
So in Mob, we have something called the 8-figure club, where if you do over $10 million in commissions, we will actually reward you with a $60,000 Precedence Rolex watch. It's 24 karat gold and it's encrusted in diamonds. Getting into the 8-figure club is not easy, but it is possible, and the reward is truly magnificent.
And you'll notice that I'm actually wearing my 8-figure watch right now. These are not easy to get. Again, only one consultant so far at the time of recording has actually got one of these. And I hope to see a lot more consultants cross that barrier. The good thing is we now know that it's possible. So you know it's possible too. Someone's gone and done it. That means that they took a series of action steps that led them to that, and therefore other people can do it too. Now, when you cross $100,000 in commissions as a Mob consultant, another little perk that we give you is we invite you to our annual Mob Leaders Cruise. Now, the Mob Leaders Cruise is held at the end of each year, and what we actually do is we get on a cruise ship and these usually go for about 7 nights. It's all expenses paid, and you can bring a guest too. So you show up, you get on the cruise ship, which holds thousands and thousands of people. It's like its own little world on this cruise ship. And then we sail down to Mexico, we go to other countries like Curacao, and then we go back to America. And as we get bigger, we will likely hold these in different parts of the world. Now, the great thing about this cruise is you have to earn your way into the cruise. So anyone who's on the cruise is a top performer. You get to rub shoulders with the very best of the best out of all the Mobe consultants in the world. And of course, I'll be on the cruise too, so I look forward to seeing you there. Make it your goal. A lot of our consultant partners, when they get started, they go and look at the details for the next cruise, which you can see at mobe.com/leaders cruise, and then they make that their goal to be on the cruise by the end of the year. And in fact, what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to play for you the promo video for the Mobe Leaders Cruise. So have a look.
Hey guys, Matt Lloyd here. So as you know, I love to reward our partners in Mobe. We have some of the biggest commissions the industry's ever seen. We have the Mobe Motors program where we'll actually get you the car of your dreams. And this year, we're going to be introducing the Mobe Leaders Cruise. Before I decided to host the Mobe Leaders Cruise, I actually came to this cruise and I checked it out. It was my first time on the cruise and I was blown away. I mean, there's so many different things for you to do. It's like a whole city on the water. So let me tell you about some of the activities that you'll be able to do when you actually get on the ship. You'll be able to surf the waves on the flow rider. Hopefully you'll have a little bit more success than I did. So there's rock climbing. You'll be able to play a round of mini golf. Or you could even go and see a show. There's even an ice skating rink on the ship. The rooms are really nice as well, but you're not going to be spending very much time in them. You've got shopping, you've got entertainment, there's even a casino. And the nightlife on this cruise is amazing. There's lots of bars, there's a few nightclubs as well, so believe me, we're going to have a very good time. There's also going to be a few stops along the way where we'll actually be stopping at different ports, getting off, seeing a few different countries before we return home. This cruise ship is enormous. There's so many different things for you to do that you're not going to have one moment where you're bored. And if you bring in kids, they will love it. They will never forget this experience, and neither will you. So who's it for? So basically this cruise is only for the leaders in Mobe. If you haven't met the other top leaders in Mobe, this will be your chance. You'll be able to form lifelong connections, have relationships with these people. And I've just got to tell you from my own experience, I've been to mastermind events like this before where one single connection, literally one single connection, went on to be worth millions of dollars. And this will be no different for you. So for several hours each day, we're going to be having training sessions, but most of the days will be spent networking. That's where you're going to get most of the value out of this program. You'll be able to just hang out, have a cocktail or two, and just share your best tips for increasing traffic, increasing conversions, and really getting your commissions up even higher in Mobe. In the several years that Mobe has been launched, we have tens of thousands of partners. Now, if you take all of those partners and you were to find the very best of the best, the top earners, the people making the most commissions, those are the people that you're going to meet when you actually come to the Mobe Leaders Cruise. What makes this mastermind different from any other mastermind is you actually can't just buy your way into this one. You have to earn a spot in this mastermind. Basically, you have to have made over $100,000 or more in commissions in Mobe to be eligible to attend. So you know that everyone who's going to be here is I mean, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this business for a while. They all have established businesses, and the actual masterminding, getting to rub shoulders with these people, networking with them, it's just going to do wonders for your business. So the whole point of this mastermind is that you will walk away from this with tips, with strategies, with techniques that you didn't think of before that you can apply in your business and get it to the next level. Let's say that your business is in the low six figures. Once you actually attend this MOB Leaders Cruise and you meet all the other top leaders in MOB, you pick their brain, you learn what they're doing, you will be able to go home, apply those strategies in your business and watch your commissions rise. So what kind of things are you going to be talking about? We're going to talk about traffic, we're going to talk about conversions. If you're making six figures right now in your MOB business, we'll show you how to get to high six figures or possibly even seven figures. And some of our top earners in MOB have done over that. In fact, there will be people on this cruise who made several $1 million in commissions in their first year within MOB. So you'll have a chance to sit down with these people, find out what they're doing. So if you were to ask me, how do you get your business to the next level? A large part of it comes down to the relationships that you have. Some of the top relationships that I've had in MOB have resulted in millions of dollars. In fact, our top 5 highest earning affiliates, most of them I met at live events. I met them at masterminds like this. So when you actually come to a mastermind like this, if you get just one connection from this, just one connection, that can literally result in millions of dollars. So you should never pass up an opportunity like this to get around the other top earners, the super affiliates. So it's a famous book you've probably heard of. It's called Think and Grow Rich. And basically the story goes, Napoleon Hill was commissioned by a guy called Andrew Carnegie, who in today's inflation adjusted dollars would be worth about $310 billion. So after studying this multi-billionaire for years and years, Napoleon Hill discovered that the single factor that Carnegie attributed to his wealth more than anything else was masterminding. Okay, getting around other people who were thinking on the same level as him and strategizing, finding out how they could take their business to the next level. That's exactly what we're going to be doing with you at the MOB Leaders Cruise. So if you've made over $100,000 in MOB, consider this your formal invite to join me on the MOB Leaders Cruise. If you haven't yet reached that target, go and do that as soon as you can, get those commissions, make at least 100 grand, and then I will be inviting you too to join us here. I can't wait to see you here. We'll speak soon.
So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can see yourself on the cruise coming up at the end of this year. Now, in addition to the cruise, every month we do a big MOB consultant contest where if you get the most sales of a particular product within a certain time range, usually it's 1 to 2 weeks, then you can actually win prizes. And for the top 10 MOB consultants of each contest, you win a different corresponding prize. We've given away all expenses holidays, we've given away Swiss watches, jet skis, curved flat screen home cinema TV screens, and a whole lot of other things too. And here's an example of the very first big cash contest I did way back in December 2012, where I went and I withdrew $50,000 in cash, and that was the prize I gave away that month to the top performing consultants.
Hey guys, I'm making this quick video. In a couple of days, I'm going to be telling you how you can get your hands on some of this money. And if you don't know how much this is, have a guess. How much money do you think this is? It's actually $50,000 Australian, which is in US currency. I mean, that's give or take a few $1,000s, depending on the exchange rate. But it's a lot of money, and it's in 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, and $100 notes. And I'm actually going to be telling you how you can get your hands on some of this money in just a few days. So keep an eye out for that, and I'm looking forward to giving some of this away. I'll see you soon.
Now you'll also notice that every consultant contest we do each month, the last prize is usually a set of steak knives. And just so you don't get confused by that, if you don't understand the reference, watch the movie Glengarry Glen Ross and then you'll get it. A common mistake that a lot of new MOB consultant partners make is they don't think they stand a chance competing against the more established, more experienced top earning consultant, and that's just wrong thinking. You've got to understand that most people don't take these contests seriously because most people, they think just like that. They think, well, I could never win, so therefore they don't promote the particular product. So even if you're brand new, make sure you get in the game and try and make it onto the leaderboards. Try and make it into the top performing 10 consultants for that contest. Because when you do, even if you come in 9th or 10th position, you still get all of that recognition when I broadcast your name out to thousands and thousands of people in this industry. So the next contest that we do, make sure you take it seriously. And below this video, I'm going to put a link where you can go and check out upcoming contests and also past contests too. Now remember, every single time that you make a high ticket commission, we are going to call you, we're going to congratulate you, and then you will be featured in an episode of mobinspiration.com. So hopefully you've been getting those every single day, but I want you to visualize yourself getting that phone call from someone at Mob. It could even be me sometimes. I like to do them every once in a while. And we'll congratulate you when you get one of those high ticket commissions. And also once a week, I film episodes of Mob Milestones. This is where I give public recognition to different consultants out there who cross certain milestones in their business. Like they make their first $10,000, their first $25,000, right up to making their first $1 million, their first $2.5 million, and so on. Last of all, when you attend one of our live events like the Supercharged Summit, we like to bring you up on stage and we do present you with a big check just to really celebrate your success. And if I'm at that live event, I'll often get a photo with you, we'll get some videos together, and you can use that in your marketing as well. So here's the action steps for today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to mobinspiration.com. And then what I want you to do is I want you to click the link below this video in the text and go and find out about the upcoming consultant contest that we have this month. I want you to see when the next Supercharged Summit is going to be held. So you can see that at superchargedsummit.com. And I want you to visualize yourself getting a check. So when's that going to be? How big is your check going to be? I want you to start setting some goals around getting presented with that big check. Now this action step, few people ever go and do this, but I really encourage you to go and do it because it will pay off. I want you to think about what would be your dream car. Okay, so what make and model of car would you get if you had no financial limitations? What would it be? I want you to write it down, and then I want you to find dealerships in your local area and I want you to go and test drive it. I want you to get pictures of you in the car, driving it, next to it, and then put that on your vision board. So for example, let's say you want to get a brand new Mercedes-Benz and you have a particular model picked out. Go down to your local Mercedes dealership and actually go and get photos of you next to the car. And I know that this might sound a little bit cheesy and a little bit airy-fairy with visualizing and so on, but put all of that aside and just go and do it because it will make your goal more tangible. You'll be able to look at the picture of you next to the car and you'll be able to see, yes, I want that car. Now, what do I need to go and do to make that a reality? Now also, if you want to be a top earner in the business, review the additional top earner training too. And then in the next step, I'm going to share with you how our compensation plan works, how you make the residual income, how you can get pass up sales, all of that will be covered. And then in step 16, you will be shown what exactly do you need to do to start promoting the business and to start making those high ticket commissions. So thanks a lot, and I will see you in the next step. Make sure you reach out to your coach, talk to them, ask them your questions. I'll see you soon.